Show me your hands. Turn around. Turn around. Where's your gun at?
You got hands? You got hands?
You're going to be detained for
Is there anybody else in the house?
There's somebody else in the house. Can I just get my
No, no, not right now.
All right.
You're not under arrest. You're being detained.
Okay, I understand.
Come over here.
Wait, can you close the door? I have two cats inside.
Hold on.
I want the cats to run out.
Here, step out for me real quick. All right, I'm gonna move your handcuffs to the front. All right.
On the road, anyone has to get out.
Please lock my house.
We were gonna secure your house.
Okay.
All right, let me see your.
Right.
Lay it together like you're praying.
Okay. All right. In my pocket is my keys for the house.
We'll grab those in a second. All right.
Yeah, because there's too much stuff in my. I don't want anybody to get the gun.
No one is gonna go inside. All right.
Okay. All right. Actually, I don't know where my keys are. Shit.
All right, that's fine. We'll figure it out. All right.
Marion County woman facing a manslaughter charge and the death of her neighbor makes her first appearance in court. It's a case that we've been following for the past several days now. The sheriff says a deadly shooting happened following a long-time dispute between the victim and the suspect.
And tonight, authorities have released some of the 911 calls made after the shooting. Watch 2's Anika Hope joins us live in Ocala with those calls. Anika.
Yeah, we're still going through those calls, but here are some of those, starting with one from the suspect, Susan Lawrence, and from neighbors who called 911 moments after the shooting.
The woman was screaming and yelling, and she was trying to break down my door, and I didn't know what to do. I grabbed my gun and I shot at the door.
We just heard a gunshot, and we think his mom's laying in the grass, but nobody wants to go over there. We ain't trying to get shot. She's in front of the lady's house. She was knocking on her door.
Okay.
Hey. It's the old lady that always calls the cops over here.
Today in court, prosecutors asked that Susan Lawrence be held on no bond, or if she does get one, that it be significant.
Ma'am, you've been charged with manslaughter with a firearm, culpable negligence, 2 counts of assault, and battery.
Thursday, the woman accused of shooting and killing a mother of 4 children through a closed door stood before a judge. Investigators say Susan Lawrence shot at A.J. Owens when Owens was knocking on her door, her 9- and 12-year-old children at her side.
Our big story at 5:30, a mother shot and killed after a dispute with her neighbor was laid to rest.
Welcome to the podcast, It2 Podcast, the acronym standing for Is It Important to You? If it is, there's no judgment. If it isn't, there's no judgment. We can voice how we feel with each other respectfully. So today we just want to discuss really quick. I was online on Reddit, one of my favorite forums, and I just saw this case with Susan Lawrence and A.J. Owens, where Miss Susan, the older lady, it was an ongoing dispute between neighbors. And A.J. Owens, who was a black woman, her children, apparently the older lady, she was white. She did not, they say she would yell expletives to the kids, call them the N-word. She threw a skate at them. And so the mother went to her door to ask her, I guess, confront her about what was going on. And they say that it says that Susan shot through the door, and she shot through the door, and the bullet it hit the mom, the 35-year-old mom, while she was at the door with her 9 and 12-year-old, and it killed her. What are your thoughts on this case? And also, I want to add that they are not the courts are not charging her with murder. They are going to charge her with manslaughter because they're saying it can't be proven that she intentionally tried to murder the lady.
Oh my
So what are your thoughts on this?
I think she was already cuckoo in the head because she threw a skate at the little boy, right?
Yeah, that's what they're saying. It was an ongoing dispute. Yeah, and the reason the mom went to the door is because she had allegedly threw a skate at her young sons. So yeah, that's
Yeah,
why.
so it was already signs. It was already signs there.
And the prosecutor, he's saying that it was really no signs of the lady being racist. But when other people that lived on the block said that she would occasionally call them the N word. But the prosecutors say that it's no proof showing that she was a racist and that she had ill intent to intentionally kill this lady. So that the maximum sentence that manslaughter carries is 30 years. Susan, she is 58 years old. Do you think that she's gonna
She'll
get
be
30
dead.
years? But do you think that the judge is gonna give her 30 years?
Depending on who the judge is.
You got to remember, she's an older lady, a white lady. It took almost 4 days before the police. This happened in Ocala, Florida, before the police even came to arrest her, because at first they were saying it was grounds for self-defense. And
So they came to the home. They
they,
seen the body. They seen the kids crying, and they let her stay home.
they arrested her. I believe they took her, but ended up releasing her, because I do have a video where they show the cops pulling up. They have
The
guns.
only thing I can say that was that was like, obviously it was racist. Obviously it was nasty. Like
Mm-hmm.
obviously all those things, but it's just like the dangers of walking on somebody's porch.
Exactly. And I was gonna say too, well, she's being charged with manslaughter with a firearm and one count of assault. The attorney, is William Gladson. And I think I kind of understand where he's coming from, because you have to have absolute proof of certain crimes for a jury, especially if she decides to go before a
Well, you
jury,
know what?
for them to
If
convict her.
if if I'm saying she's cuckoo, but that lady probably smart to shoot
Hmm.
through to do something so crazy and shoot through the door. It's like she probably knew.
And it makes me wonder, if she shot through the door, she probably really was scared. But what are the odds that you would hit the
You didn't look.
person?
You didn't look. You hit the perfect target. You hit your
Yeah,
target.
it's crazy. And personally, I don't think this mom should have went to her front door, being that you got to remember, white people, for some reason, and I'm not trying to offend anybody, but for some reason they just feel like black people, when they confront them about something, that they have to shoot them. So I don't think she should have went to this lady's door like that.
No,
And it's almost, she could be a, a jury might not convict her of manslaughter, because this lady went to her property, she was banging on the door. It's just, you have to be able to
that's
prove.
why I keep saying it might sound crazy, but when you see, you cannot judge somebody when somebody say, "Oh, I don't want to." It's a lot of people out here be like, "Oh, I don't want to go in their yard." Like they just be petty like
Right.
that.
Hmm.
But the dangers of going to somebody's yard is crazy. Even if they don't own the home, even if they rent it, it's their that's their property in that moment.
Hmm. Hmm.
So it's like just the dangers of walking on somebody's property is crazy.
It really is.
It
And
never used to be like this. Like you could if that's not your job, if it's not assigned to you to be on that front porch for a couple seconds, like maybe mail or something.
yeah, or yeah, like a delivery person or something.
Yeah, it's
And
just
then, this mom, that's why, like you say, you can't do things based off emotion, because she probably was upset, and she did an irrational she made an irrational decision to walk onto this lady property and go to the front door because the lady already knew you were upset because she allegedly threw a skate at your son, so she knows you're coming. If you're knocking on her door, you're upset.
She
So
knows.
automatically she was
And
scared
then she
for her
knows black
life.
people be ready to fight too.
Exactly. So
She knows like
that's
people
the
don't
first.
play. People don't play about their kids.
Right. So it just was like when you can't react irrationally because things like this happen. Maybe I know people don't agree with calling the police, but now you have a 35-year-old mother with 4 children that's not here anymore. And this is what a question I wanted to pose to you. Do you think segregation was such a bad thing? I was watching an old video with Howard Stern, and he was saying, it's not being racist, but it's the different races really sometimes they don't get along.
Sometimes
White need
not.
to stay with white, black need to stay with black, like that.
Sometimes not really.
What do you think? Do you think integration was a good thing or we should have stayed segregated?
Sometimes I think being segregated wasn't that bad. But but then it's just it would be too much. It was already too much confusing when people that's mixed with different
Uh-huh.
nationalities and stuff. It's already confusion anyways. So what does it matter? Because I was gonna say because if there's a lot of Afro Latinas,
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of there's a lot of different,
Just different,
so many
just
different
different
people.
races. Right. So, and personally, I just think like if black people can lead, I mean, sometimes it's good just to live with people that's the same as you, because white people sometimes they just don't like living by black people for some reason. I see no reason why most races don't like blacks anyway, because they
I
have
just
this
ask myself,
about them.
if a white woman's son got hit with a skate, how would she handle that? She
Handle it
probably would have
right.
called the police.
I think so too. And then you got some of those white women, they'll come and confront you because that's just how they are.
But they'll probably press
But
charges off rip.
right. So, well, we can
I'm
end.
not saying I'm not justifying it at all, but no, not at all. But the
Hmm.
dangers of walking on somebody's porch, like I said.
Right. I agree with you on that. It's just she made a rational decision doing that, and it cost her life. So let us know what you guys think about this. Is this an appropriate charge? Should she be charged at all? 59-year-old older lady, she shot and killed. She shot through the door and shot a 35-year-old mom that was there to confront her about throwing a skate at her children. And also let me know what you think about if integration or segregation should remain, but everything equal. Just a question. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And thank you guys for listening.